Hello everyone! This is Ms. Tanya Castillo, your creative nonfiction subject teacher. Our lesson for this week is about essay and narrative structure in creative nonfiction. The learning objectives are identify the dominant literary conventions of essay, compare and contrast how the elements of essay are used in the different literary genres. Analyze and interpret the factual or non-fictional aspects in creative nonfiction, and evaluate the relationship of creative and non-fictional elements of creative nonfiction. An essay is a piece of writing that usually has 5 or more paragraphs. It is written in one topic that has several main points. The main points are introduced in an introductory paragraph and supported in body paragraphs. The conclusion is the last paragraph. There are different genres of essay writing. The first, we have expository essay, descriptive essay, argumentative essay, and narrative essay. In expository essay, you are requiring to investigate an idea. So dito, nagre-research kayo to evaluate the evidences that you have on your essay. Okay? And also expound on the idea and set forth an argument concerning that the idea is a clear and concise manner. So, in expository, pwede kayo dito yung nagko-compare and contrast. You are defining the terms, you are giving examples, and you are also analyzing the cause and effect of a particular topic. In descriptive essay, nire-require ka nito bilang isang student to describe something. Maybe object, person, place, maybe also your experiences, emotion, situation, and etc. So, it encourages you to create a written account of a particular experience. Most of the time, this descriptive essay requires you to write your own experience wherein you have to describe everything. This genre allows you for a great deal of artistic freedom. So you have the freedom to describe everything which is factual ha. Hindi po pwede yung gawa-gawa lang. Which is, you are giving the readers the vivid image doon sa experience na meron ka that you wanted to share to your readers. In narrative essay, you are telling a story. It uses all the story elements, a beginning, middle, and ending, as well as the plot, characters, setting, and climax, bringing them together to complete the story. Remember that the focus of a narrative essay is the plot, which is told with enough details to build a climax. An argumentative essay, it uses evidence and facts to support the claim. Remember na ang purpose ng argumentative essay is to persuade the reader to agree with the argument being made. A good argumentative essay uses facts and evidence to support the argument rather than just the author's thoughts and opinions. So, it means kapag wala kang evidences and facts to support your opinion, then it is a bad argumentative essay. Dapat laging merong facts and evidences para masuportahan nito yung thoughts and opinions mo bilang isang writer. An essay has 3 parts. The first one is introductory paragraph, the body paragraphs, and concluding paragraph. An introductory paragraph is the first paragraph in an essay, which contains 2 parts. First, the general statement and the thesis statement. When we say general statement, it is a few sentences about your subject that catch the attention of your reader. While thesis statement, it is one sentence that tells your reader the main points of your topic and states the overall plan of your essay. We have here an example of introductory paragraph. We have to identify the general statement and the thesis statement. So let us read. London is full of charm and scenic beauty. So visitors from around the world come to enjoy its famous theaters, museums, countless restaurants, and scenic wonders. Although London seems like a paradise, it isn't. London has several serious problems: poor public transportation, crowded streets, and expensive housing. This is the general statement, wherein in general statement, it catches the attention of the reader. Anong meron sa London? No? Anong magandang puntahan sa London, which the people would enjoy to visit? Okay? Then, the thesis statement is the last sentence, wherein it gives you the main points. Ano yung i-discuss ng essay sa kanyang body part? So, we have poor public transportation, crowded streets, and expensive housing. So, those are the main points that the essay would discuss in its body parts. The next part of an essay is body paragraphs. The body consists of one or more paragraphs following the introduction. Each paragraph supports the main idea of your essay by breaking it down into smaller ideas or subtopics. Each body paragraph consists of a topic sentence and several supporting sentences. Then, the last sentence of each body paragraph consists of conclusion. Here is an example of body paragraph. Let us identify the topic sentence, supporting sentences, and the concluding sentence. The first and most important problem in London's inadequate public transportation system. Thousands of residents rely on the city's buses and streetcars to travel throughout this large city. But metro transportation system's daily schedules are totally unreliable. A bus or streetcar should arrive at 7:45 may not arrive until 8 o'clock or later. Moreover, it is not unusual for a bus driver to pass at groups of people waiting for the bus because he wants to make up for lost time. Unfortunately, people often end up going to work late or missing important appointments. In order for people to get to their destinations on time, people must allow for waiting time at the bus and streetcar stops. Here, the topic sentence or the main point of the first body paragraph is the first sentence on this example, which is the first and most important problem in London's inadequate public transportation system. In the introductory paragraph, sinabi doon kung ano yung isa sa mga problem sa London, which is the transportation system. So that would be our topic sentence. So supporting sentences are thousands of residents rely on the city's buses and so on. So this is the supporting details. Why? Because it supports the idea, the main point of the topic sentence. Binigay kasi nito kung anong meron doon sa public transportation system na meron ang London. The concluding sentence of this body paragraph is the last sentence, wherein this sentence provides a solution to the problem of the London. In order for people to get to their destinations on time, people must allow for waiting time at the bus and streetcar stops because the problem is inadequate public transportation system. So that is the body paragraph. The last part of essay is the conclusion paragraph. It completes the essay by summarizing or repeating the most important ideas. The conclusion can also include an opinion, a prediction, or a solution to a problem. So here is an example of conclusion paragraph. In conclusion, London must improve its public transit system, clear up the massive traffic jams caused by slow-moving traffic in the downtown areas, and keep rentals down to affordable levels. In other words, London must improve its image, or it will soon become just another boring city due to the lack of administrative responsibility to solve these unfortunate problems. The summary of main ideas presented in the first sentence of this concluding paragraph, na kung saan pinakita dito yung summary kung anong meron doon sa transportation system ng London. It also gives prediction doon sa last sentence, na kung saan the London must improve its image or will soon become just another boring city. So yun yung prediction kapag hindi pa naiayos or na-improve ng London ang kanilang transportation system, may magiging boring city daw ito dahil sa kakulangan na administrative responsibility to solve the problems. We have the tone of the essay. The tone of essay can be formal or personal. It may be diplomatic or sarcastic. Other elements of the essay include the form and structure, which give a logical arrangement of ideas and events. So the tone of your story depende po kung paano niyo po isinulat ang inyong essay. Is it formal or personal? And then it also depends on the purpose of your essay. We have also authorial voice. Kapag sinabi natin authorial voice, it is the speaker of the essay. Kung ang fiction merong narrator, ang poetry merong persona, ang essay naman po merong speaker. It is the authorial voice that you set in your writing. It is your point of view. It also sets the tone of your essay. In narrative structure in creative nonfiction, it is important to write a good introduction of your essay. So we have tips on how to write an introduction. So first, start with a question. Kung napapansin po ninyo, most of the essay, or kahit kayo mismo, inuumpisahan nyo yung essay ninyo with a question. So these questions may hook the interest of your reader. And sometimes, you are starting with a quote. Okay? Kumukuha kayo ng mga quotation, maybe from your favorite movies, from your favorite philosophers, or from your favorite books, which are related to your essay. Then some of the writers, their introduction starts with an anecdote. When we say anecdote, it is a short story about real person or event, usually serving to make the listeners laugh or ponder over a topic. So this will relate to the subject matter that the group of people is discussing. So nire-relate natin yung story ng isang tao or ng isang situation doon sa essay natin to make it more interesting. Next, start with a sound device. When we say sound devices, these are the repetition, rhyme, alliteration, and assonance. These are special tools na ginagamit ng mga poets to create certain effects sa kanilang essay. No? Mas mako-convey nito and reinforce yung meaning ng bawat words na ginagamit sa essay. Okay, some of the writers start with a dialogue. Why? Because a conversation or a dialogue between the characters can catch the attention of the readers. So, minsan, nagbabasa muna sila nung dialogue. Maybe it is a conversation between two characters to catch the attention of the readers. Okay, some of you start your essay with a song lyric. No? meron kayong favorite na kanta na gusto nyo ipasok doon sa essay ninyo. But always remember that when you are choosing the song lyrics, make sure na yung essay ninyo ay pasok doon sa lyrics na pinili nyo dyan sa kanta. Okay, next, start with a vignette or a short impressionistic scene. Okay, this vignette, it is a short descriptive scene wherein it is beautifully crafted infinite detail. So, ang purpose po nito is to give or to leave an impression to the reader's mind. We are using this so that your introduction gives an opportunity for you to connect with your readers. Citing quotes and song lyrics, among others, give your sense a sense of familiarity. So, nagiging familiar sila, and it gives also the hint of what will be your theme in your essay. In narrative structure and essay, it is comprised of the beginning, the middle, and the end. Does not mean that the flow of your story has to be chronological in order. You can use narrative techniques like en media res, flashback, and foreshadowing. The words creative and nonfiction describe the form. Okay? The word creative, it refers to the use of literary craft, the techniques fiction writers, playwrights, and poets employ to present nonfiction. Factually accurate prose about real people and events in a compelling, vivid, dramatic manner. The goal is to make nonfiction stories read like fiction so that your readers are as enthralled by fact as they are by fantasy. The word creative has been criticized in this context because some people have maintained that being creative means that you pretend or exaggerate or make up facts and embellish details. This is completely incorrect. It is possible to be honest and straightforward and brilliant and creative at the same time. So, lagi lang pong tatandaan na hindi ibig sabihin creative nonfiction ay dapat lagi tayong magbibigay ng mga hindi totoong pangyayari. So, katulad din ng sinabi ni Lee Gatkay, hindi natin kailangan magsinungaling kapag creative nonfiction ang pinag-uusapan. Kasi nga, from the word creative, mas pinagaganda natin ang isang essay, ang isang story, ang isang personal experiences para mas makakuha na atensyon ng isang reader. Creative doesn't mean inventing what didn't happen. Okay? It doesn't reporting and describing what wasn't there. Okay? It doesn't mean that we have the license to lie in creating a nonfiction. Okay? So, remember that the rule in creative nonfiction is we cannot make this stuff up. So, hindi natin to pwedeng gawa-gawa lang. Yung lahat ng mga sinusulat natin sa isang creative non-fiction essay. Thank you for watching and listening. See you next week, my dear students. Have a nice day.